31st, right now on 12 News at 10.
Storm chances on the rise for the Phoenix area and the rest of the state over the coming days, but I'm also tracking excessive heat for the weekend.
Tragedy in northern Arizona. A 6-month-old baby found dead, left in a car for hours. Who the mom says is responsible tonight.
I'm Bianca Bono in Glendale, where vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance held a rally.
It is so fantastic to be in Arizona.
Coming up, we talk to his supporters about the issues driving their vote.
And we're looking ahead to another busy day of Olympic action. Tram Mai is in Paris with a preview of the Arizona athletes you'll want to watch on Thursday.
12 News at 10 with Mark Curtis and Caribe Divine starts now.
We begin tonight in Yavapai County, where the sheriff's office is investigating the death of a 6-month-old baby in Cordes Lakes. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Caribe Divine.
I'm Mark Curtis. Deputies say the baby was left in a hot car for several hours before finally being found by someone in the area. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly heard from that child's family tonight. He joins us from Cordes Lakes with details on this tragic story.
The mother of the 6-month-old spoke to me off camera. She's absolutely devastated. She also told me that it was the babysitter who forgot the child in their car. Around 9 p.m. Tuesday night, this street on the west side of Cordes Lakes was filled with sheriff's deputies. The Yavapai County Sheriff's Office says someone saw a 6-month-old baby left in a car and believed to be dead. When they arrived, they confirmed the reports. I spoke with a woman claiming to be the child's mother. While she didn't want to talk to us on camera, she says her neighbor was watching her baby for her while she was at work. On Tuesday, the mom says her neighbor dropped her off at work around 12 o'clock in the afternoon and went home with the baby, claiming the neighbor forgot the baby in the hot car for 7 hours. The mother says she came home expecting to see her child. Instead, she saw blue and red lights on her street and learned her baby was dead. The sheriff's office says they cannot confirm this information as it is still under investigation, but I went to speak with those neighbors before I got to the front door.
With a local news station, we're covering the situation last night. Just asking if you have anything that you'd want to tell us.
No, I don't right at this time.
Someone at the home telling me the sheriff's office is still investigating this death, and they were told not to talk to anyone about it. I was then asked to leave the property. This is the second time this summer where a child was left unattended in a hot car and died because of it.
It is a very serious situation.
Jeanette Fennell, the president and founder of Kids in Car Safety, says Arizona is ranked 4th in the country for the amount of kids that have died in hot cars, saying the majority of them are accidental.
Over 50%.
Deborah Nolan, the founder of Don'tLeaveMe.org, agrees, saying from the data she's seen, most of the time it's babysitters or people who don't regularly watch children that end up forgetting them in the car.
Because you're not part of the day-to-day schedule of that child.
Encouraging parents who have babysitters to check in on them frequently, especially right after you leave your child in their care.
Those little things might seem inconvenient or a lack of respect for the person watching the child, but in 52% of those cases, it could save a life.
At this time, the sheriff's office says no one is in custody as it continues the investigation. We're in Cordes Lakes. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase, so sad. It turned out to be a dusty evening across parts of the valley. Check out this video from Sky 12 just after 5 o'clock this evening. All of that dust came out of the southeast, and this is what it looked like as it settled in over the downtown area. Meteorologist Lindsay Riley is here now with your weather impact forecast. Linz, what's tomorrow looking like?
Well, we do have some storm chances tomorrow, and the storm chances will ramp up across the state heading into the weekend. Same thing with the heat. Get ready for some excessive heat. This is what's left on radar, just a few light showers. I looked at the major reporting sites out in the East Valley. None reporting rain at this time, so some of this not quite making it to the ground as of right now. But nothing severe is expected during the overnight. You can see see the big picture statewide. We had a couple showers out toward Gila County as well as the White Mountains, but again, nothing severe anticipated. This will wind down during the overnight. Here's our 12 News exclusive monsoon meter for tomorrow, and we do have 6s out toward the White Mountains and southeastern Arizona, indicating about 60% coverage. Those storms will start off in the Tucson area, move up toward the valley late in the day. We will have an isolated chance. That's why we have a 2 in the valley. About 40% coverage for western Arizona. We could have a few severe thunderstorm warnings out there. But here's northern Arizona, and you can see the coverage of storms will be going up over 50% for the upcoming weekend. Caribe?
Thank you. Today we learned the name of the toddler who drowned earlier this week. 3-year-old Prince Cox was found in a backyard pool near 64th Street and Cactus yesterday. The toddler was taken to the hospital in critical condition but did not survive. We've already passed the number of child drownings from last year, and each of these terrible incidents is a reminder to constantly watch your kids around water. We have life-saving tips and resources right now. Just head over to 12news.com/waterwatch.
Now to Decision 2024. Tonight we're following several key races that are still too close to call. First, looking at the Democratic race in Congressional District 1, Amish Shah still holds a slight lead over Andre Cherney, with Marlene Galan Woods not far behind. The Associated Press also has yet to call the Democratic primary in the 3rd Congressional District. Yasamin Ansari has 46% of the vote, with Raquel Tehran trailing behind. We'll continue to keep an eye on all the results, and we'll update you as soon as those races are called.
Meanwhile, just weeks after J.D. Vance was picked by former President Donald Trump as his running mate, today he held a rally in Arizona. It emphasizes the significance that our state will play once again on the November election. The event was held at Arizona Christian University in Glendale. 12 News journalist Bianca Bono was inside and spoke with voters who showed up to support him.
Well, the event center here was at max capacity, and nearly every person I talked to said they are loyal supporters of former President Trump, regardless of his running mate. But after hearing from J.D. Vance in person, they're happy to support him, too.
We will, in short, make America great again. It's going to start in Arizona and spread like wildfire.
Arizonans willing to wait in extreme heat to see former President Donald Trump's running mate, Senator J.D. Vance.
I love them, support them, and drove a couple hours to get here. So, Florence, Arizona.
This is the first time Vance has spoken in Arizona since becoming the Republican VP candidate.
Loyalty is serving in the United States Marine Corps, something I am proud of. Loyalty is taking a bullet for this country, something Donald J. Trump did.
Supporters coming from across the state to be here, opening up about the issues driving their vote.
Getting America back in balance with affordability to buy things and, afford a home, afford groceries, afford gas.
I want to be able to feel safe in my country. The border.
The border? The border.
The Ohio senator recalling his humble beginnings and family's financial struggles.
I know what it's like to choose between paying off the credit card debt or buying groceries. The dreams we have for our country and for our families, they are on the ballot in November.
Vance also focusing much of his speech on immigration, calling out VP Kamala Harris, describing her as a dangerous liberal who failed to address the problems at our nation's southern border.
She offers to lead us to a place of despair. So let me ask you, do we want open borders in this country?
It's these issues that resonate with these Arizonans, an energized crowd committed to supporting the Trump ticket.
I think he's fantastic. I mean, I had no idea. I heard him at the Republican convention, and I knew he sounded great, but this is amazing.
President Trump picked him, and I want to show the support.
And Vance's trip to Arizona does not end here. Tomorrow, he'll be in Cochise County to visit the border. We're in Glendale. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Bianca, thanks. Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris is expected to visit Phoenix late next week. A campaign official confirmed to 12 News that Harris is expected to announce her pick for vice president in Philadelphia on Tuesday and then campaign through several battleground states, including Arizona. Various names have been floated for Harris's running mate, including Arizona Senator Mark Kelly. However, with the announcement coming in Philadelphia, there's now speculation that Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro will be the nominee.
After another day of Olympic action, let's take a look at the medal count. Team USA leads the way with a total of 30 medals. Meanwhile, China has the most gold with 9 right now. And as the games continue, our very own Tram Mai is continuing her coverage from Paris.
Tonight, she's looking ahead at the local athletes you'll want to keep an eye on.
Mark and Caribe, here's a look at what you can expect Thursday in Paris. A couple of first-time Arizona Olympians competing on Thursday as Delaney Vaughn and Cameron Wood compete in the women's and men's BMX racing competition in cycling. Glendale's own Brady Ellison looks for another Olympic medal as archery gets underway. Team USA women's basketball led by 3 Mercury players, Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner, and Kalea Copper, play Belgium in their second game in the pool round. And in swimming, Keaton Jones makes his big debut at just 19 years old. He competes in the 200-meter backstroke, and Reagan Smith, who's already earned a silver medal, goes for the gold in the 200-meter butterfly. And I'll be kicking off all our Olympic coverage on our Arizona athletes beginning tomorrow at 5:30 on Today in AZ. For now, au revoir. Back to you.